Welcome to Nana Made It. Today we are going to do my salsa. I've washed the chilies and then fill a pot up with water, put the chilies in it, and let them boil until they're just tender. I'm using 6 jalapenos and 6 banana peppers. And after they're nice and tender, then I'll put them in some cold water just out of the tap and let them cool off so I can handle them. Then I'm going to just take the stems off. Don't take out the seeds or anything like that because all the goodness is on the inside of them. So I'm just going to take the stems off and then I'll add it, to the salsa recipe. And you can see that step by step how I'm going to do it. It's really super simple. First off, what I'm going to do is just cut my onion up in big chunks because it's all going to go into the blender. Okay, my onions are cut up in chunks and I'm going to sit them over here because they're just going to go in. Okay, here we go. We're going to just put this in the bowl and set it aside until I get everything set. Easier that way. Then I can just, put it in the blender as I go. I'm going to cut them in half, cut the tomatoes in half, and then just cut them in quarters. Like this. Nice and clean. Well, these are very juicy. Like I said, everything's going to go in the blender. So much quicker this way. Have everything all prepped and ready to go. 1.5 tablespoons of chopped garlic. 2 tablespoons of garlic salt. And I'm also going to use a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce and an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. And what I like to do while I'm blending it in the blender is I rinse the cans out with water and put a little bit of water in there, and so it's not real dry. You get lots of juice that way. It's really, really good. Let me come over here and check these peppers because they should be just about ready for me to put in some cold water. Okay, let's check these guys out. Almost, about another couple of minutes. You want to let them sit. When they come to a boil, let them boil for a good 5, maybe 6 minutes. And then we'll put them in some cold water. Okay, what I'm going to do now is while the peppers are finished cooking, and actually too while they're cooling, I am going to start blending the tomatoes, the onions, the garlic, everything into the blender. Okay. So now I'm going to put some of the tomatoes. Just turn the stove off. The peppers are ready. Put like half of the tomatoes that I've cut up, half of the onion. Okay. And put the garlic in there. That's 1.5 tablespoons of garlic. Okay. And I'm not going to put the garlic salt in yet. And I'm going to put a little bit of the cilantro because it's a blender. You got to go step by step. And that small can of tomato sauce. And I'm going to rinse this out with a little bit of water, not much. Probably about 1/4 can of water. Okay, here we go. We'll get this stuff all done and then do some more. Here we go. You want it kind of chunky. Like that chunky. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing. Repeat the same thing. A little bit of cilantro, the tomatoes, the onions, the garlic salt in this one. A little bit more tomato sauce. Okay, here we go. We're going to blend this one now. A little more tomato sauce and a little bit of water just to, rinse out the can. And I put it on the blender. I use chop. And I only let it go for like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 seconds because you don't want it runny. Yum. Okay, let's do this one more time. Okay, the tomatoes, rest of the garlic salt, rest of the onion, and the rest of I'll save some for the chilies. Some more cilantro and a little bit more tomato sauce, a little bit more water. Okay. And we got it. Now we're gonna blend it up. Remember, put it on chop. Here we go. That's it. See how nice and chunky it stays? It's pretty good. Here we go. Okay. Now I've got to put the chilies in the sink with some cold water because they're done. And we'll pull the stems off and that'll be our last blend. And then I'll stir it all up and salsa is served. Also, with this salsa, instead of having just a big bowl, put it in small containers and you can actually freeze it for like 6 months. And when you unfreeze it, pour the liquid out, you know, the water, add a little bit more tomato sauce, just enough to, you know, give it a little boost, and there's your salsa. And it's good on everything. You want to see this? See, these are ready. See how they're nice and tender. Nice and tender. So we'll get them in some cold water and pull the stems out and we're good to go. Just let those set for, you know, a few minutes so I can handle them and pull them stems out, and it's all good. Look how easy the stems come out. And save all the goodies. Don't throw none of that away. It's good stuff.
So you're just putting it all right into the blender.
All right into the blender. Yep. And with the little bitty cilantro I have left and that little bit of tomato sauce, you see? Look how easy they come off, even for jalapenos, because they're kind of tough. Add the rest of the cilantro here. And then the rest of the tomato sauce with a little bit of more water in it. Just like that. Okay, see? Here we go. And same with this, just put it on chop. Done. Dinner is served. Well, salsa is served. How's that? See? Look at how nice and chunky that is. Here we go. And the longer it sets, the better it tastes. You can actually keep it without freezing it in the refrigerator for about a week. But I'm telling you, this ain't gonna last. It goes good on everything. Okay, see, look.
And you use it in a lot of your cooking.
I do use it in a lot of my cooking. Here it is, guys. Here's my salsa. Once you taste this, you'll never buy store-bought again. I'm telling you, this stuff is the bomb. Thank you so very much for watching this. And please share. Everybody's going to learn something new every time. And subscribe to me. You won't be sorry.